Alrighty, hello. Make sure this is all set. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. Happy Friday, February 19th to y'all. That's the date, yeah, February 19th. Happy February 19th to y'all. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you all are staying warm and safe out there. It is snowing for the nth day in a row again. It just never stops. Never stops here. And we're back at Kaldvann, per usual. Just gonna be going ahead and scratching my chin first. There we go. We're gonna be here working in and around the downtown area again, more particularly the Marienborg neighborhood, which is back over there. I am kind of showing off the gas station that I just repainted. I figured out Logan's mapping for the BP station, and I brought in a bit of a fictional station, more akin to you LEGO users and their creators. I think it turned out pretty well. The only thing I want to change is I want to change this text up here, and I want to make it larger because it is outlined by white, so I'm going to make it larger and go over the stripes, but that's the only edits I have to make. I think the snack shop turned out okay. Very basic. I like it. I like it a lot. And I don't mind the white paneling on the side. Just very, very basic look to it, very clean look to it. And I also noticed on the sign here in particular, the map got messed up where it got kind of sliced in half. I don't really know of any particular fix to go about it. I'd have to play with the text a little bit and kind of work around it. But I think for now, for something that's never going to get released, it's very nice. So, but I've been doing some work in and around Trondheim. I don't think I showed it off yet. I redid the area over here because originally the freight line was going to the left, and there's going to be some yard down here. I think there'll still be a switch of some kind for a port, maybe further back this way, or maybe it will be over here just because the flyover. But I did create a bit of a flyover for the commuter line to go under the freight line, because I figure it's probably easier to get the commuter to go under than it is for the freight to go up and over with any sort of change in elevation. So I think it turned out pretty well. I think it came out just fine. It's just hard getting these things on bridges, or corners, I'm sorry. I didn't do too much over here. I think this was here last time. I haven't really touched anything over this way too terribly much. I've done a little bit of work. Nothing major. This is the Rosenborg neighborhoods. I think I touched upon this last time. So yeah, that's still the same. That's untouched still. Some minor building editing over here, just kind of getting some buildings more fleshed out and placed. Not too much work in the downtown area itself. Well, I did do some building placement back here. Like I said, I'm not terribly sure what I did last time. That was on stream. I could go look, but why would I do that? This building right here used to sit right there. I moved over here because I think it just felt a little better not being like right on top of the houses and stuff like that with its giant high rise. So I moved this high rise back over here. My boys can stay with me. I think the big work I did this week was I started doing some of the working with the roads over here, and you can just see this mess of spline points. Which, if I do this. So you get the what I was working on. Made this intersection finally, and I think it turned out pretty well. I think it turned out just fine. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and post a link to the stream. If anyone's probably gonna be free to watch, but hey, Tobes. So yeah, I did this intersection over here and timed the traffic lights to change and work, and yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. It was actually really easy, and the stripes and lines were, I think, the toughest part, just kind of figuring out what I wanted to do with the lanes, because like originally I wanted this to be a roundabout, but I didn't know how to get how to utilize the entire space properly, and how to kind of make it fit in cohesively. Let's see which side goes now. I think it's this way. Alright, I think it's 8-second stop for. I need to put crosswalk signals in here because I didn't actually put any crosswalks down. Yeah, and this avenue goes first. Which I'm going to put a sign that will say, you know, right turn on red after stop. Which probably would be better to have 3 lanes here, maybe. One strictly for turning right to keep traffic flowing, and then one for, you know, the left turns. Because how this road works is, so I haven't really named the streets yet, but this is the kind of the main avenue of the town. You know, it's one of the few largest avenues to kind of flow all the way over. A lot of traffic will be coming from this way, down this other main avenue that comes through here, goes to this roundabout, then on this 2-lane road, because this is one of the few roads that goes all the way through, and actually this road keeps going all the way into the Marienborg neighborhood, so it kind of is the connector. Hey, DT Cheney. So this road kind of comes across here, which all these roads will get named eventually. I just have to kind of get there first. But this road comes all the way across, past the university, through the roundabout, large main avenue, and then hits this intersection, so people will then turn left, and then go through this hell of an intersection, and they can either go left down this large avenue here, or they can continue right, past all the government buildings. So here you have the main government house. I've yet to kind of determine what all these buildings do. I know what a couple of them do. You know, this is the main government seat where you know, a lot of the heads of government, you know, their offices are in here. There's a support facility chamber back here of some kind, and another building over here. This is more of a this is the headquarters for the National Police Station, or the Police Defense. So this is their headquarters, hence why there's cop cars parked out front. Parliament would sit in here. This is the large chamber building for them. The National Courthouse over there. This building I've yet to determine, but each building kind of has a purpose. I've yet to determine specifically what those purposes are, but that's just my loose interpretation of what these buildings do. I think the stock exchange and building of commerce is these 2 buildings right here. So, like I said, everything has a purpose, just slowly trying to figure out its exact purpose and what purpose makes sense. But the avenues push along, comes through this large intersection, and then flows over to here. Comes down a large avenue through Marienborg, pushes across the bridge and the tracks, and this is going to be one of the only bridge or ways across the tracks, other than actually going around. So this is a very important avenue, because alternatively the only other way across is to go under, which there'll be a underpass here, which would kind of separate the, you know, this is kind of the natural border for the town. There's no real development and communities up here. There'll be a small road, because there'll be some small like cabins and other residential buildings up here, but predominantly speaking, you know, this is the edge of town, because you can't really build any further than the mountain. So There'll be a road that will come up here. I think inevitably we'll have a grade crossing, for the road to kind of come up and go wherever, because the road will come across. There'll be a small little crossroads up here. They'll cross the creek, and it'll push along. I think it'll probably come through here, and then it will make the right turn to head out towards the towns through this mountain pass that I have created. I'll probably also put like a small river through here, because originally this was supposed to be the highway connection, but instead I want the highway to the right and go across, because eventually I gotta bring everything all the way 20 miles all the way over to Forlosningsvik, which still sits over here. Nothing has changed, although it's a cute little community. I'm very happy with it. Still always very happy with this town. Now probably get swapped out for an Octan gas station. But yeah, so the highway's going to come on down here, and most of this, like I said, it's going to be fjords and forest, and there'll be a port down here somewhere. But predominantly, there's not a whole lot going on down that way. So, and the line's not going to be incredibly straight. It will kind of meander as I kind of develop the coastline, but that's just the base of line heading that way. But back over here. Yeah, like I said, so the main avenue is one of the only ways to get across the road over here, and it's one of the few. It's not really a continuous road, but because in all reality, this road does kind of split. You can't make a left here because it would kind of interfere with all the traffic flowing through. So what's going to occur instead is cars that want to go that way can either turn left at this intersection, then go over here and whatever, or they can turn left over here at the traffic lights, another left here, and then go wherever, just to kind of help with traffic flow. And because originally I was going to have the avenue veer to the left and then kind of end over here. They're going between the arena and the tower right there, but I didn't really know how to get the intersection. Howdy. Hold on, I gotta respond to. I had to move someone to cattle car today. Anyways, so like I said, I didn't really know what to do here, and I'm not done detailing this area yet, as well as the asphalt. Like, I'm only putting down just the base layer asphalt. I do have to go through with other layers to make the road look more used and beaten up, especially in the wintertime with all the plows that go over these roads. And then I was just kind of getting down the basic of the road over here, which I'm going to have to move this sidewalk over a little bit to allow for 2 lanes up here. But I'm slowly getting together the road network for Trondheim. And then just did some basic neighborhood laying back here. I think the hardest part was getting the shops in along the main avenue. because again, these are all individual buildings, and trying to get something that fits and that's small is kind of a pain. So, but I got it all in there. I got the base work for everything put down, and I mean, and just look at it now. I mean, that's beautiful, in my opinion. That's very beautiful. Looking out, from this height here in someone's apartment, because there are apartments above these shops and whatnot. Looking out from one's apartment across from this fire station here, and looking out and seeing the city standing in the background. Top of the mountain reminds me of Lookout Mountain, Tennessee. Yeah, it does kind of look. I have, hoping it looks realistic. The mountain. Lots of lag when I look over this way. Hi, Tobes. Hello. Yes, you are a cat. Anyways, so. But yeah, so got the all the buildings placed in that need to be placed. I'm still working kind of back here. Also had to do something different with this road here to kind of get it to cohesively turn, because the textures weren't going to work on this grid without it looking like a mess. So just did something different. Possibly that's newer pavement and whatnot, although it doesn't really look newer. Maybe it was just different pavement they used, or whatever, I don't know, but it's kind of how I cheat a little bit. Yeah, so, like I said, I'm very happy with how this area turns out, or is turning out. So, have to put a small parking lot in here, a big parking lot back here, because it's also a small arena, community center, convention center, whatever you want to call it. So you have this little facility, you have the big sports arena down here for the hockey, and then you have a baseball field. So quite a few things to do down here in Sports Row, if you want to call it that. Yeah, and then I got the slow premise of the park kind of put in, I think, also off stream. Some trees, and I'm going to be getting a couple paths that kind of crisscross through, and maybe some benches and whatever. So, and the other thing I was doing last night was I made this bridge over here. Which is a pain. And then, because what's going to happen here is this is one of two ways. Actually, I think this is the only way. There might be another small bridge over here, but this is the major way to get across the highway into what will be a small kind of residential area over here. There's going to be a couple of is there going to be any big box stores over here? Probably not. This will be kind of light residential, kind of starting to push into the woods and stuff like that. But this is the road that's going to lead to head across the river, the Nadelva. Let's see. need of a small dam back here. So just kind of giving you guys the overview and layout of the area. But this would be the main avenue across, which I could possibly do a custom road or hand-painted road. It does take a lot longer. It does look a lot better. But this would be the main road across, which will kind of link back and forth. Who's texting me? So yeah, this will be the main road across over to here into the Rosenberg and the Ila Singsaka neighborhoods, or the Oya and Singsaka neighborhoods, and the Palace of the Royals, or at least the home, the House of the Royals. I think we'll call it the House of the Royals. Palace would allude to a much grander building, but this is the home of the Royals. Yes, Toby, hello. You're a cat. The only things I kind of need to do now that to kind of start piecing everything together is the small port area down here. A lot of this was former industry, because this used to be the main port of Trondheim, so a lot of this will be kind of dilapidated industries, such as fuel tanks that are no longer used, so I'll have to get some small, try to find some fuel tanks that would fit, that would be kind of small and rusted out. There'll be some small support buildings, maybe some cranes that aren't really in service anymore. Buildings that are possibly popping up that are new. There could be some smaller shops that are starting to get built in place of the old industry buildings that are possibly getting torn out. The only other thing down here that I want to do is a small passenger terminal. I kind of have to figure that out and how exactly that would work, and try to see if there's any assets for it. I don't think anyone's done anything like that before, but I would like to put a small passenger terminal down in here, which I know, looking at the bridge, doesn't quite warrant it, but I mean, stranger things have happened. I think the only other thing I need to do an intersection here. I might trade it out for custom. I might take out this TBS road, and same with this avenue up till about here. I might take that out and swap it for a hand-made road, and try to figure out something more permanent with this. I might move this fire station back over to here, and I might put in a small shopping center right here, or something right here down at the base. Then down here, I don't really know. Could be smaller houses along this, just a little old area. So I think in Trondheim, actually, this would be there'd be buildings along this river all the way. Actually, there would be buildings along this river the entire way. And I believe the is it Daros Cathedral? Only because it's oh, I got it right. Yeah, Daros. Probably not even saying it correctly, but there'd be a cathedral here and everything going on. But yeah, so up an incident from this morning in the AM server, so much for being on break, huh? I'm supposed to be on break, and I wouldn't say a small ship post kind of made me realize that that there's no one really watching, and the people who are, I can't necessarily say are gonna act if anything gets stirred up. So kind of thought about it, and it's like, no, the server needs watching anyways, but if something does happen and Joe's away for the weekend, you know, who's really there? And the fact that he joked that, you know, do I have to go get Jaden and bring him back in here? It's like, alright, fine. So it's like, yeah, send me an invite, so. Oh, fucking Christ, yes, butter. But yeah, this morning, it's like sleeping in because I stayed up late last night. And people come in and bring their outside personal bullshit and drama and whatnot. Yeah, I don't really need anyone to shitpost there, butter. Got enough of that in the world as it is. But, you know, so it's like even still, it's like I'm sleeping and I'm there, but no one really pinged the mods. Which is nice, but Joe hopped in, and it's like even still, no one's really paying attention, so it's like again, Sean's busy and everyone else has lives, but it's like no one's really paying attention. And if the mods don't get pinged, you know, no one really shows up. Fortunately, the downside to being unemployed is I have a lot of free time. So I tend to be able to keep an eye on things, but yeah. I'm kind of happier the mods weren't pinged. You know, because that would have been my wake-up call. You know, waking up from... how late were y'all up till? I think I was up till about 4, little after 4. I know Ethan Moo saw them. They were up much past 4. Yeah, I think they were still up. I don't remember when. I don't know how late they stayed up, but I mean they were still rolling along when I decided to call it quits for the evening. So who knows how late they stayed up. But I knew it was gonna snow today, and you know, I don't have to be anywhere, so may as well sleep in. And it was nice. Brought a heater in my room last night to kind of keep things a little warm, and my cat curled up with me and spent the night because that's where the source of heat was. So woke up this morning to a cat in the middle of my bed, just hogging it. He's not a big cat. He's actually kind of small. Yes, you are. Nope. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Oh, being a cat. What a guy. I'm just saying, you know, I know they stayed up later than I stayed up just because, yeah, they're Westerners. Like, I know that. So when they do that, I'm not like, Jesus fuck, you know, those clowns, what are they doing? Yeah, no, I know they're Westerners, so that is understood, but just by default, they stayed up later than me. Which isn't always the case. It's not always the case, so... ah. I just kind of toured at the beginning, just kind of showed everyone what I was up to. And I mean, there's not really, outside of like this area, there's really nothing, because like, you know, that's a merged route, that's basic, that's just a small airport that I plopped in, that's all undetailed. Wisconsin Railfan and Computer, I think his name was, they kind of had a bit of a, they had a tire blowout in the server or something like that, I don't know, but I didn't really get the whole gist of what the hell happened. I just know that it happened, and it's annoying. So, Cam left and just threw Wisconsin and cattle. He's been on our radar for a while. Like, he's just... oh, sorry. He's been kind of on our radar for a while, but... like, it seems like whenever anything happens, you know, maybe it's just different name, but... kind of seems like, you know, there's always... you know, he's always right there or something like that, but... not to drum on it forever, but... gonna have to make this place a sign because there's no actual sign for this gas station, so... but I think this would be good to have it here toward the off-ramp. And I'll probably put... actually, I'll probably put this one over here. I lost it. Now it's on the interchange. I'll probably put this smaller one here in the community. I'm thinking it's probably some dead-end streets that come over here. I think. But yeah, but yeah, so that's what happened this afternoon. I mean, nothing huge, nothing to stew on, it's just, you know, people being people again. So I've only been in here for a little over 24 hours again, and already thrown people in cattle. So just reminds me why I left in the first place. that's what happens when people just can't get along sometimes. We go about our days, so what was said is what was said, and they I'm not sure the fire station should have a different fence. Maybe something a little less posh, I suppose. Let me see, wood fence. There's like a red wooden fence. Yes, that one. But I think I was talking about that last time I streamed. You know, my big rant that people, I guess, seem to like. I've heard about it a little bit from like the 2.5 people that actually watched my stream. But you know, but I think I mentioned it last time. It's like a big part of my frustration with this community is people don't stop and think. They don't think about things before they do them. You know, they just go out and do them. They don't stop before they type. They don't think about it. And I know that's kind of called living in the moment, or the heat of the moment. But you know, that's my largest gripe, is that people don't stop and think about what they're gonna say before they say it, and then it becomes a problem. Or then they say something and it sparks a huge incident, and you know, then we end up where we end up. And it's like, if people just took a second, just 1 second out of their day, and I'm guilty of this too sometimes, but if people just took a second to maybe stop and think about things, because there are times where I am typing, I am actively typing. Yes, Butter, people use their brain. There are people I'm actively typing, and then I sit there and stop and think about it, like, you know, like, sometimes with my mom, I stop and sit there and think, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I probably shouldn't bring that up. Maybe I shouldn't do that, because I know that's going to spark a bit of a kerfuffle with her. Or, you know, even people in here, it's like sometimes I'll be typing and I'll step back and think, now, why am I going to say this? Am I going to say this because it's funny? Am I going to say this because it's relevant? No, I'm going to say this because I'm pissed off that people are acting like idiots, and I'm just looking to get a dig in. So, how about you delete what you just typed, put it back, you put it on a shelf for another day, and you type something a little more, not thoughtful, but you just type something a little different, and you send that instead, and boom, sometimes you avoid a situation. Sometimes people are already just too caught up in their own ass to even, yeah, sometimes it's really hard to hold your tongue, and like, I get that. Mostly it's from a standpoint of, like, someone said something that I just can't believe it rolled out of their mouth, and it was so stupid that I'm just so astounded that they even said it in the first place. Like, did that person just say something that stupid? Ooh, I like that building. Mine. I can live over here. But if, you know, if most of the time, like I said, there are times where, yes, it's very hard to bite your tongue, and I get that. I'm guilty of it myself. But if people every now and again thought about something before they said it, and held their tongue, or attempted to hold their tongue, we wouldn't have a lot of the issues we have. But, you know, we do. So, Yeah, so it's a big part of my frustration, and no matter where people go, if they, and I get it, like I said, and I mentioned it last time, I get it. You sometimes don't like someone, because I sarcastically mentioned, because the other person involved left the AM server, and I sarcastically mentioned, like, well, this incident caused someone to leave. He's like, well, who? I'm like, your buddy Cam. He's like, he's not my friend. I'm like, yeah, it's called sarcasm, buddy. It's called sarcasm. But anyways, like, obviously I know he's not your friend. Clearly you two don't get along very well. Because here we are. But, if you just maybe... What's the word I'm gonna look for here? You don't have to like him, you just have to tolerate him. I've said it before, and I've said it right here. You don't have to like him, you just have to tolerate him. There's people I don't like. I have a lot of people I don't like. There's people that I sometimes have to work with that I don't particularly like. Guess what? You gotta tolerate them. And I know it's a thunderous concept. I know that might come as a shock to some people that they have to put up with someone that they don't quite like. But sorry. I don't really know what to tell you. There's a lot of people in life that we don't want to put up with. There's a lot of people in life we don't want to interact with. But again, sorry. It's kind of one of those things where you have to. You both have walked into the same server. And it's funny because this kid, I was looking because it shows the mutual servers because he's not a friend of mine. He's in my YouTube server that I had to speak with today. It's like, So clearly I know him. I just can't put my finger on who the fuck he is. But, well, they're swearing on the scanner. Grand Street, that's close to my dad. That's like next door to my dad. I hate it when they get that close, makes me nervous. But those are just the inner thoughts of a moderator. As boring and as meaningless as they can be. They're my inner ramblings. They can be pretty pointless sometimes, but I should move this over here. It really just depends on the day of the week. still love that. Every time I look over there, it just looks so nice. Like, I could just sit here and look at it all day. Lava Joel, welcome. Accident up on Spring Hill and well, I gotta what's up? Can you type my YouTube name on YouTube? Busy right now. Kind of in the middle of a stream, so possibly later. Anyways. I already used that house? I mean, it's already a small selection of pick from, so... That's a nice little balcony. Huh. I like that. I love little things like that on houses. Let's see. Wish I could just city skylines and just force buildings to grow here. And then just set the theme like this is what I want. That is certainly a colorful pole. I can't get enough of it. Very nice. Probably one of the best cities I've ever built. I mean, the only city I've ever built in trains, but you know, like city skylines, like, yeah, my cities look okay, but I don't know, for some reason, like, this looks good. Why is this house two-toned? I hate it. You're not Harvey then. There's the sidewalk. Yeah, I understand this is probably not the most riveting content in the world. This is coming all the way down. That's the other side of the street. Shit.
A blood bespattered, spears to treaders, iron bound abuse. The battles, arrows, let us weave with our swords this web of victory. When men behold shields with swords brandished, let not the leader's life be taken.
I'll have to go here in a little bit. My
A war done.
family member's coming in to take me out to dinner. Once he gets into town, might take a bit with all the snow.
Start with swiftly, with steeds unsaddled, hands to battle, with brandished swords.
Thing is, I still have so much to do, because I'm thinking there should be at least one, I mean, there should be like a, there needs to be a, well, actually, this probably needs to be all part of the school. There needs to be a small parking lot here. I mean, it's just the elementary school, there's not really a whole lot of cars need to park here. I believe it's the, oh, it's a high school. Oh. That was an elementary school. Just trying to think, where the heck's my other school here? 'Cause I think this is a school building. With a skate park. So that'd be the high school for Trondheim. I think I'll put an elementary school in somewhere over here, and possibly on the other side of town. Potentially over here. Or maybe back in here somewhere. This will serve here, and then I'll probably put the elementary school for this area in over there and or over there. So just trying to plan thoughtfully plan the community to make it realistic. So I also need to put in a building deemed the police station. I think I'll actually go ahead and name this building. Let's see. Fire department. Right now, there it is. The central station's right here. I mean, this just is a district, so I guess this could be, Fire Department of Trondheim. Marienborg Station. Yeah. And North Station. This also kind of serves the Rosenborg neighborhood. Oh, Rosenborg. I think actually they have their own station over here too. Yeah. Wow. 1949. They're old! Said my grandma was born in 1948. I miss Banana. She's been gone for... God, she passed away last day of 2008, so... years without her. Yeah, it's been 13 years? I was trying to think. Yeah, it's been 13 years without her. Big old combination of smoking heavily, poor health, and depression. People like to sit there and say depression doesn't kill. Yes, it does. Yes, it most certainly does. Sorry, it's now got me thinking. Just trying to make sure that adds up. Banana and stuff like that. Yeah, it all adds up. Wish she had taken better care of her health. And there's my damn aunt, smokes like a chimney. It's like, you know what's gonna happen, and we know we all love you. I don't think that actually fits here, so I'll remove that. It's like, we all love you to pieces, and you're gonna smoke like a fucking chimney. I kinda like that. Adds a bit of an older vibe. Some different architecture style. I think I'll throw that in here in the corner, and I'll move that, this. This building I will put over here. Actually, I'm going to rotate it as such. Then I'll put a security fence in between here and this. I want to say this is a hotel, or like an inn of some kind, but I'm not sure. Then this building, I could just slap in between here. It's all coming together, folks. And I can start adding trees through here and getting this place all foliaged up, and maybe some extra ground textures. Because everything you see is just a placeholder of sorts. Or at least it's just getting the basic idea of, you know, this is grass, this is not grass. I'm really debating about having no houses along the main avenue, just because 2-lane large road I don't think makes for good residential. Although what I am considering is at this intersection of removing the median and then allowing for on-street parking. Because if we look at it this way, okay, well, let's see. Alright, let's get the buses in here. The buses are going to be the ultimate factor, because I have wide lanes right now. So as it stands, if I went and narrowed the lanes up through the residential area, tuck that up, and then in terms, well, I mean, you could do it. I mean, I wouldn't be parking a bus here. The real test is the Crown Vic. I gotta get that fixed. Oh yeah, that more than works. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna more than work. So I think I had started another model. Actually, no, not book. Up. I'll show you real quick. Because I want to say I had started a police pickup truck. If it wants to load, yes, start using SketchUp. Sorry, I was doing what with a Crown Vic? I think I was pissing off Sean. Yes. The company car. Let me see. This is the pickup truck. Yep, there it is. A bird. And look, there's a Crown Vic with the fucking back door. I don't know why it removed it. What if I go in on the map on the actual model itself and fix that? I like it. It's very simple. Alright, so let me get in here and grab some lines. myself is that lion. Okay. I'm gonna drag this back. And this can come all the way over to here. Yeah, that'll work just fine. And we can go ahead and end it here. And then I'll actually move this back. Lanes will open back up into a little bit more wider without the street parking. I think that's what a lot of downtown's going to be too, is street parking in some of the streets in and around the block housing. Well, that's going to piss me off. It is a bird. Hello, bird. My cat has yet to notice the bird in the window. Oh, that's grass. Oh, one bird has left. Oh, 2 birds have left. 3 birds have left. 4 birds. How many birds are we storing in there? Wish outside my window. Holy hell. There's a whole ass party of birds going on there. song that Moose showed me a couple days ago. 115, the Call of Duty Black Ops song from I don't know how many years ago. Fucking love it, been listening to it on repeat. I think I fucked up that somewhere down the way, and I did. It's gonna be more over to the side. I don't think lanes are any wider down here compared to normal. If anything, they look narrower. Actually, they look the same. Just over this way. I don't imagine there's gonna be a lot of traffic coming down this road right here. I might just put a stop sign for that way. I'm definitely putting in a traffic light right here because this is the one of the major throughways into Marienborg. That and this road. I mean, these are the three through roads in town, or in this district, but actually, which one would get more use? I think this one would see a little more use just because it has the Aldi on it. I think. This one, there's not anything on this road except just the houses. It's just the through streets, so yeah, I think for the simplicity's sake, light, stop sign, and then I don't think it's gonna be any houses over here. It'd be like, I'd like to put like a small soccer field back here somewhere, or like a playing field of some kind. Probably baseball. I'd like to put a baseball field in there. It's a nice little community. I'm really enjoying it. And then I have to make this. That actually, this probably is gonna be a traffic light because I think this street is gonna come in. So the idea behind this weird road over here too, just also trying to figure out where the heck this is going to go, and I think inevitably it's going to spit out over here onto this road, so what I'm actually thinking is that's more of a government use road. It is kind of a throughway. there's no real use to this road other than government use and whatnot. It's all that's really on this road is government buildings. I think there will be an intersection to maybe some of the, I don't know. I think there will be some houses right here and through here. Like, I think maybe this road should come over and maybe parallel the highway with a wall for noise, obviously. The thing is, like, there's no real particular use of it other than it's there. But it doesn't really see a whole lot of traffic. And of course, why it's so wide is, you know, obviously these are areas for government use. You know, there's no parking. Obviously, this is your road. You stay in it to pass through. But you know, this is for police use. This is for you know, whatever they need it. And it gets wide over here just in case they gotta move cars in and around. Whatever building this is, I'm sure it's gonna be like a parliament chamber of some kind, or a senate chamber. Or it's a small government building of some sort. Behind the main building, which I love the main building. I think that's Lowell City Hall. I could get the... Yeah, that's Lowell, Massachusetts. It's a town hall. But it just... Very nice. Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna drag that road over to here. And then it'll be just small residential over here. Which will create four-way intersections out of this. Except this one, that one's gonna be a three-way. Actually, I think just to keep the intersections from getting too clustered, I think this will be a, yeah, I think this will be a four-way, and then the rest will be the three ways. So it'll probably be a small street here, and then there'll be the street over here alongside the highway with the wall. So, let me get that going. Drag you across. Yes. Nope, 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 nope. Yep. Oh, I brought it too far back. What a dingus. Get that over here. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. I'm just trying to think of like what I need to do now. I should probably open up this intersection to a four-way as well. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put flashing lights, because it's not always used. I think this will be the road that the government vehicles will come down predominantly. When they do, they'll use the traffic light, but for larger, you know, convoys of stuff like that. So yeah, I'll put a flashing light. Oh, that did not connect at all. There you go. Median end caps on, which kind of a bummer. It doesn't create it itself. I kind of don't particularly like how I have to put one on. It'd just be kind of nice if it added one for you. Like, it would be nice if there were two versions, one without and one with, so if you need to use one without for whatever reason, you could do so. But if you wanted to have one with an end cap, you could. Or even like 3 versions, you know, where, you know, if you wanted one end to not have one but the other end too, there to be one on both ends or one without, you could do so. But that's just my thinking anyways. My thinking isn't always correct. Works. That's right, this is going to be the flashing light. Alright, so let me see. So, traffic, That's how you spell that. Traffic light. Barrel. Oh, those are ugly. Traffic cone. It's floating. Why are you floating? Explain! Oh, jeez. Does it actually work? Ah, that's disappointing. Wait a second. TBS traffic. Ah. If the road was just a little narrower, I could use this, but alas, I cannot. Let's see, double... What have I been using for traffic lights down here? The green ones? Yes. I think somewhere I was using the yellow ones. I think I have like one, yeah, this intersection right here. Which I might switch to the green ones. No, maybe this intersection is newer. Say I have the yellow ones there, and I think yellow ones down here. And for some reason I started using the green. Yeah. Yellow here, yellow there. Yellow here, yellow here. Maybe it's just a downtown thing. But then again, over here. No, I use yellow over here. The fuck? Maybe it just is a downtown thing. Huh. Because yeah, then over here on these roads I used green. Beats me. Double right now. I want flashing. Wait, double. No. Have a version of the traffic light that flashes. I could have swore there was a version that it was a traffic light, like an actual, you know, like this, that flashed. Like I could have swore there was a version. DLS. To the DLS as I make this route annoying. Traffic light. That's how you spell that. Download station. Almost. Just gonna download those real quick. Alright, let me see here. Traffic light. Traffic light. that installed. Traffic light. Ah, wait, I'm sorry. Signal. I typed it wrong. I don't want that. Alright, fine. I'll go to the download station again. Oh god, that's yellow. Oh god, it's green. Okay, much better. These group of chads running in the snow. Well, I think I'm just shit out of luck. KDSADK. Let's see, author. I hate round building sometimes. KDSADK. Give me results! Probably gonna download that. Why don't you have red? Grapes. Like, you got it flashing yellow, but what the frig? Ah! Alright, I'm gonna try it this way. Flashing. Maybe I'll get more results that way. Oh, that is what I'm using it. Aha! Ah! I'm starting to think the trains community is just out to frustrate me at this point. Like, how the hell? It flashes yellow. Well, this is frustrating. I can't even do a flashing intersection. That pisses me off. Alright, well, actually I want to see the if I can find the right W. Where's that trap there real quick? I just want to see how that game turned out. Well, Felix has messaged me. Was has Felix said? Let's see, traffic light. It was blacked out. Where was it? I forget who I downloaded from. Are you kidding? Ah! Oh, that's upsetting me. Incompatible. I bet you $10 it's for 19. Ugh. Oh, that pisses me off. Man. Yep. Well, that's upsetting. Ugh. Man. Good to see they're still making stuff, though. RS marker strobe light. Oh well. Alright, well, I don't know what to do now. Traffic light. I'm kind of at a loss of words right now. I can't spell today, or any other day for that matter. Check something real quick. Flash! Flash, damn you. Actually, wait a second. I have an idea. It might not work, but I have an idea. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so that exists. Perfect. Where is the other... How are you missing dependencies if you downloaded from the DLS? I don't understand. What the frig are you missing? I have to go look this up. I swear to Christ. It seems that it's that one in particular. Oh, it's Toby. Tobes. Oh, you can lay back down? Oh. You being so sweet. Go back to sleep. What a good boy. Alright. It's also below 3.5. Signal or light. Yep. I think. Hold on. No. Today. Yeah, it was signal. A overhead traffic signal flashing yellow. I'm gonna do this again, aren't I? KDSADK. Let's see if that changed anything. Did I download? No, apparently I downloaded some extra stuff that I didn't want. Apparently. Just one of the damn lights. So I don't have to go back and do all this bullshit over again. KDSADK. That's annoying. don't understand trains. KD, okay. Oh, it's obsolete. I don't want this shit. We'll see if that works. It was just a one-off. Obsolete. Obsolete. Bye-bye. Okay. Signs. Get out of here. That in particular, I'll just double check, make sure. Alright, so I give up. No. I think it'll just be a regular intersection that I don't want. Hey, Unreal. Welcome to the suck. Grab my damn traffic signals. It blows my mind that that just doesn't exist. It blows my mind. I was trying to set up an intersection here, Unreal. And I figured assets like this existed to where it was just the flashing yellow light, and then alternatively the flashing red light. But apparently that doesn't exist. There are single head flashing lights, but there is no traffic light version to where the yellow corona is flashing. And I don't particularly want to go, I mean, I could probably go through and modify this, or modify one to where the yellow light is flashing. I would just have to look and see where the, I'd probably have to go into the config of like this traffic light and see where the yellow light is set up. And I just have to paste it into, I'd probably have to just paste it into the config to set it up to work, you know, to work there. But I really just don't want to, out of sheer laziness. So I think I'll just go ahead and settle for a timed traffic light. Alternatively, like, I wish I could just get like a version to where I mean, alternatively, what I could do is make a new version like this to where the bottom light flashes yellow. I don't know. I mean, I'm just at a loss. You know, this just stays flashing yellow, and then when they want to activate it, it goes yellow, and then red. And then alternatively, I could just get a red flashing version, no problem. So all I'd have to do is just go in, get the standard version that's just straight red, and then replace it with a flashing red Corona versus the standard Corona. If that makes any sense whatsoever. But again, more work than I'm willing to put in right now. So I'm not going to. Maybe someday, but that day is just not today. Also, I'll have to wrap up here shortly because my stepdad's almost here. Shrink that up. Bring this over here. I don't think it needs to be that wide the whole way down, but what I'm thinking, actually, what I probably should do, is instead of covering the road like this, is move these two regular lanes to the outside and put a barricade down the middle to divide the lanes. And then the executive lanes can just flow freely, and then there'll be hold marks down there, so that's probably what I should do. But my stepdad is here, so I think I'll have to save that for another time. So I will talk to you all on the flip side. I'll probably be on later. So talk to you all then, and yeah, take care. See ya.